everyone, and welcome to another episode of Elevenses with MZ, an arts and crafts show that is sure to awaken your right brain. Today we are making these little fun hangings out of paper straws and some pom-poms. This art form is actually called Himmeli, and if you look online, you will find lots of different patterns. The one that I'm going to teach you how to do today is this one. So let's get started. To create this, you will need 10 straws that will give you this longer edge, and then 5 that will give you this shorter end over here. And as you can see, I've made these a little shorter than the one that I've done in the sample so that I can show you what will happen if you change the proportions a little bit. Now the straws that I'm using are these gold ones and these polka dotted ones. I'm using pom-poms, and I have 7 of these, 5 for these edges and then 1 for the top and 1 for the bottom. And I got these actually in a set from Daiso, so you can get these from like a regular dollar store as well. And I believe there were 30 pieces in one, so that's really good. For like $1, $1.50, you get 30 pieces. I'm using a really long needle so that I can force it through the straw. The longer the better. And I'm using some white thread. I've actually cut 5 strands, and because my needle has a pretty big eye, they can all go together, and I'm going to show you why I'm doing that in a second. You can also choose different kinds of straws. Color combinations are totally up to you. So let's get started. What I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to pick the pom-pom that I'm going to use for the top, and you want to try and get it as straight through as possible, and create a knot right here at the top. Then you want to go ahead and cut the end so that now you have 5 different strands, and these 5 strands are what is going to give us this kind of construction. So what you're going to do is, for each strand, you are going to thread it through the needle. One long piece will go in, then you will take another pom-pom, and again, trying to keep it as straight as possible, you will thread that through, and then another straw, and again, by straight I mean you want the straw to be as straight in there as possible, right? And then the pom-pom that you have for the end, again, as straight as we can get it, right through the center, and then you let this thread go. And the same way, then you go through all 5 of your threads, doing exactly the same thing. Now I'm using different colored pom-poms for the center. You can use the same colored pom-poms if you want, or you can just do like something like pink and white. So like I said, the color schemes are totally up to you, and these make such wonderful hangings, especially for nurseries. So when you're done with the second one, all you do is that you thread it through the last pom-pom in the same way. So it starts with the same pom-pom and it kind of ends with the same pom-pom. That's what we're going for. So again, you pull that through. You just keep all your threads separate. So these are the 2 that we've done. And now we'll do the same with the other 3. So that's the last one. And now we're going to go through and make the center. But before I do that, I'm going to tighten these up from the end and tie a knot. And I'm going to try and get the knot as close to my pom-pom end as possible. And you just snip it off, or if you want to add more pom-poms or beads, you can always do that as well. So this is our construction currently. This is what we have. So what we're going to do now is take some more thread and thread it through our needle. Make sure that it's long enough to go all around your project. So that should be enough. And again, I'm going to tie a knot. Do a double knot. And we have to now make these connections in the bottom, in the center. So through one pom-pom, then you take one of these, then like that, then one more. And the angle for these is going to be a little different. It's not it's more of like a right angle. So as you can see, I'm kind of going like that across. And then you just keep stringing these along and try and get the construction angles right. And here we have the last one. And there you go. So go ahead and make those small adjustments and then just tie off this end. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring it through this one and over here through, and then through this one over here, just to make sure that I have a really tight bond. And then just a knot over here, and I'm going to clip this off. And you can always kind of hide it in the straw over here. So there you have it. This is a lovely little hanging, great for the office, great to make mobiles for nurseries. And as you can see over here, because we kind of varied the length of these pieces in the center, the shape is a little different. You can hang them at like various lengths and just do different kinds of color schemes. These are great for party decor as well. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.